Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube, and this is Tillamook. Why do I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube? The crazy just enjoying doing videos, enjoying the channels that you watch. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for what you want your makeup to look like. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand, a certain tool, or even a certain technique. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you don't look slanted in your videos. I'm sleepy. Look at my under eye area. I have to let you know. Okay, let me back up. I'm sleepy, so here we are doing a video. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we stand for self-acceptance. And I'm leaving all this in because welcome to the crazy. We own it and we just keep rolling. What we stand for here is self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even without face paint on. If you're new here, I do need to let you know I do curse on my channel sometimes because I curse sometimes, period. So it's, you know, pardon the slant. What am I doing? Hello and welcome. If this is your first time here, do not let any of that madness deter you from watching the rest of the video or subscribing if you make it to the end and you decide that you like my goofy ass personality. Did I tell y'all curse my channel sometimes? Yes, I just did. I am very sleepy. Got up earlier than usual after a few hours of sleep, if that, because I had placed 2 online orders for pickup. And so I went to do that and I'm exhausted, but I didn't want to be up at like midnight doing this video, so here we are. This palette is the one that came, the empty palette is the one that came in one of my Lethal mystery bags. And what I did was, because I ordered 2, so I had 8 shadows. I don't have Relapse with me except for the one that's in here. They did send a duplicate shade, and they do tell you if you order more than 1 mystery bag, you may get duplicate shades. This is Relapse. This is a duplicate shade. It is very pretty. I do have a swatch video. So what I did was, if you've been here, you remember that 6 pan I had that had Wildflower palette shades in it? Well, I put them in here with the new mystery bag shades. And I did have quite a few duplicates because I thought Equinox was similar or sounded similar, and I do already have Equinox. This is not a duplicate to anything I have. This is Plit Vice. This is Relapse. They sent the duplicate, so that's going to go somewhere. Willow, that came in the mystery bag. I have this in another palette, so I'm like, that sounds familiar too. Overdrive, not a dupe at all. Untamed, that shade, oh my lord. This is from Wildflower, and so is Cyanus and Foxglove. This is Mainframe, so this is brand new to me. This is Thorn from Wildflower. This is Wilted, and this is Nightshade. And so did Wilted come with, I think, no, you know what, Lure. They either sent Lure, I want to say they sent Lure, but I had Lure. So did I put, I don't know what I did. I don't even want to lie to you. So this is Wilted. I don't think this is from Wildflower. I don't know where that's from. But, you know, because I needed more shades because I had 6 of the Wildflower palette shadows and 7 of the mystery bag shades. I'm saying 7 because 1 was a duplicate. And so I was like, how can we make that fit in this 12 pan palette? Because 6 and 7 is 15. And so I did put something somewhere. But anyway, we're going to be using these shades today. We're going to be using the ones from the mystery bag. And I'm excited to see what it looks like. I have my paper here that tells me what shadows are where, because there's no way I would remember. I did see some shadows on Macari. Some Lethal shadows, said they were brand new, and they were, and she was including like a 12 pan palette, but she didn't list the shade names. And so I'm looking at them thinking, I don't know if I have those shades or not, as if I need more Lethal shadows. And so I messaged her asking what they were, because on the back of each shadow, well, all the ones that I've received, It does say what it is, but then I didn't buy like Metamorphosis or, you know, Evergreen. But I would think that they would still have the names on them on the back, but I really don't know. So I messaged her asking what the shade names were. It was 4 shadows. The price was extremely reasonable. She said the names weren't on them, but she can guesstimate what they are. So I was like, me looking at it looks like shadows I might have from Lethal, and so I didn't want to chance it. And so I messaged her back saying I'll pass because I have quite a bit of Lethal, and some of them look familiar, which is why I wanted to know, because I didn't want to buy them if I was going to end up with more duplicates. So, and then I'm like, I didn't need more Lethal shades anyway. What's on my face? Milk Hydro Grip Face Primer, Estee Lauder Foundation 4 in 2, Fenty Brow Pencil. We have on Pat McGrath Bronze Divinity as a bronzer. We have on Desert Glow from Pat McGrath bronzer as a blush. And we put on the MAC Blush Baby blush. And my under eyes were still just looking dark. I did not want to put on concealer because, you know, we just own it here. You know, I still look like me. I just look like I'm tired, and I am, so it makes sense. But I did take Hourglass Radiant Light, put this under eye, and set my face with it. And then we sprayed the face with Scandinavia spray. So we're going to blend out this eye primer. I know I'm just kind of all over the place. Oh, this is starting to dry. Oh, shit. I received... Oh man, this is starting to dry already. Oh man. I hope that doesn't affect, oh shit, how the shadow goes on or sticks or doesn't blend or something. I don't have a problem with Lethal shadows, and so if there is a problem, it's because the primer is already starting to dry before I blended it out. I had a package come in today, and I'm really excited about it. I'm waiting for 2 more. One from this brand, because I placed the order and then they came out with something new, so the next week I placed another order. And since I paid shipping for both of them, when I got the shipment notification for this one, I had a thought to message and say, well, can you just put the other item in here? But then I thought, well, since I paid for shipping for the other item, and I doubted that they were going to refund me shipping, I said, they can just ship it separate. So you see how this is already just stuck right here? So I'm going to have to blow out my shadow because the primer is dry and it is not blending right here. I'm going to have to ease up on doing Tetranowin every night because my skin has been dry this winter, even though it's like in the mid 40s every day. But yeah, when I wake up, and I do like extra moisturize after my skincare before I go to sleep, but when I wake up, there's like dry patches, flaky patches. So I'm going to ease up on the Tetranowin. Take like a 3-day break from the Tetranowin, which is a prescription Retin-A. So we're going to take Equinox. No, we're not. This is what's going where. This is my label for in the palette of what shadows where. So I'm just, I am so out of it. So we're going to take Overdrive. This shade here for Tear Duct. This shade was bright. Oh shoot! Wait a minute. I meant to do, damn it, my lower lash line. So that way, if my eyes are going to tear, you know, they're just going to go ahead and tear instead of doing it later. Tear before I start putting shadow on. This, so this is just going to go, I have a tear duct, so, so I'm going to dip straight in, and we're going to place this right here. Ooh, wee. And I do want to go back and put the eyeliner on, but then my puff lid is sticking to my mobile lid because this primer is tacky. So we got to just keep going. So we're going to take Plit Vice, this shade here, and we're going to put this next to here. And I keep hitting this mirror that's down here. Move stuff around again. So we are just tapping. Oh, they look, that looks nice together. I love Lethal shadows. I laugh to myself when they do their Instagram and they show palettes and they do like a slideshow, like which one would be the one that you would get. And I'm like, well, between all the palettes you've shown, and they do list the shades in the caption, which is great. And so I put something like, well, looking at all the palettes you posted and looking at the shade names, I have like 80% of those shadows already. And they always heart my comments or put like, you know, heart eyes or something. One time they put something like, oh, that's impressive. Just like, send me some free stuff, y'all. You see, I use y'all stuff a lot. I have a lot of y'all stuff. This is very light. And I knew it was going to be a light look. But I really wanted to use the shadows, the new shadows. And I was wanting to get all of this stuff in before the end of 2023, but we did not. So I don't know whether, I'm not even going to, do first impressions for this because y'all know how I feel about Lethal Cosmetics. So I already did create playlists for 2024 hauls, rankings, roundups. And so when the time comes, just pop those in there instead of just having, you know, roundups and it goes back to like 2021. And so the older ones will still be there if you want to see them. But in 2024, if you just want to see what I did for 2024, those will be the playlists that I will list as playlists of interest if it's relevant to the video. This is nice. This is nice. Oh my gosh. Now we're going to take mainframe. Really? Oh my gosh. I'm like, who be coming up with these color combinations? Me. And so this is going to go, where do I have? Oh, this is supposed to be the center of the lid. Okay, so I need to overlap. Okay. Can I see? Oh boy. I was watching Katie's video, Makeup for Lost Time, and applying her makeup, when she does this eye, she uses this hand, this eye, she uses this hand. And so I had commented saying, I noticed you switch hands according to whatever eye you're doing for your eyeshadow. Like, are you ambidextrous or is it just applying eyeshadow? Because there was somebody else I seen that would do that. But it was more so with face products. Like she would put a blush on with this hand and then put blush on with this hand. And so I did ask her in the comments, that other person, they hearted my comment, but they never answered because I was really just curious. Because there's some things I can do with both hands. Makeup isn't one of them. But there's some things I do. I am left hand dominant, but I'm primarily right hand dominant. And so I just thought it was really cool, you know, watching her videos. Katie, and when she does this eye, she'll use this hand. And I'm just like, that is so cool though. And I wish I could do that because trying to see over here, she said she's not able to do makeup backhanded. And then she explained backhanded being crossing over. It may be because you see the back of your hand. I don't know, because she didn't mention that part. These, who said you can't use red and green together? That's just pretty. It's all in the blend, people. It's all in the blend, and it's blending. I don't know if this is a duochrome or what. So it looks deep here, but is that the lighting that it gets bright when you come up? Because as I'm looking straight, okay, I see the reddish here, but then it's almost like a white, like right where the two meet. Even here, you see what I'm saying? So you see the green, and then it's like a white, and then the red. And when you look here, it looks more red, but then when you turn, it's pink. So is that a duochrome? Let me know, like seriously. Is that a duochrome or is it just lighting? Look at this. So it's like a pinky, but then it's... Why do I feel like a Christmas tree ornament right now? Because it's green and red. Who says Christmas is green and red anyway? Like, I be wondering these things. Now we're going to take Willow, this shade here, and this is going to go on the outer corner. Yeah, when I think about like holidays, I'm like, who started this? Like, where did this come from? Like, who said? I understand Valentine's Day is red because it's a bloody holiday. Google the history of Valentine's Day. That is a bloody holiday, and that's why I don't celebrate it. But anyway, the history of most holidays, or why I don't. Well, actually, the history of holidays is why I don't celebrate most holidays. But I'm like, where did this come from? You know what I'm saying? I don't celebrate Thanksgiving because, you know, you stole the land and killed people. And then it's like Thanksgiving. Like, you were thankful that you stole people's stuff and killed them. And I'm supposed to celebrate that? No. And you thought, you know, you were in a different country. But anyway. Yeah, let me just stop there because this is supposed to be a fun video. Makeup is supposed to be fun. So it would be convenient if I could use like my left hand to do the left eye. Because when I'm doing in here, I'm like, I can't see. Or when I'm trying to do eyeliner. But yeah, y'all see I'm still feathering. But even doing this though, most people, I think they use a fluffy brush when they feather. This is a flat shader brush. But it seems to work. And actually it does say blending brush on it, but because it's flat, I use it as a shader. But then I can turn sideways and blend this way. And so maybe that's why it works. Because I just use the tip of it versus like a round fluffy brush. I don't know. I don't know. I have a radical declutter coming up, and I'm second guessing like if I want to film it, because y'all gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with her? It's radical. But it's like I wanna start 2024 with a clean slate. You may have already seen my video, what I want my relationship with makeup to be like in 2024. Excuse me. And believe it or not, y'all, as of today, December 26th, I actually do. Why do I have this brush here? We're taking relapse. What did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you know what? Because I didn't know if I was going to use this. I don't know what I thought. I really don't. We're going to take relapse. This shade here. Excuse me for that having the light shining through the mirror. This shade here. I want to feel bad about it, and I want somebody to talk me out of it, but it makes sense though. And what am I talking about? What are you saying, troll? I'm curious to try Haus Labs Deep Level 11 or Deep Level 12, because I want one that's going to like really bronze me. And Medium Level 9 doesn't bronze. No, Medium Level 7 doesn't bronze, and Deep Level 9 is rosy, so that's a blush for me. But I would want to go into the store and swatch them and not just order from online, because I didn't swatch Deep Level 9. And part of me wonders, like, would I have gotten it had I swatched it first? And I did think to return it, but it works nice as a blush, though. And it gives me another blush option. And I can use it for a bronzer, except it just makes me look... this has nothing on the brush. It does look... It has a rosy undertone to it. So I don't know who that's for as a bronzer. I'm sure it's for somebody. And so I'm curious... Yeah, so I think I'm going to go into Sephora, but I feel like whatever I'm going to get it before December 31st. Because I'm done. I want to be done shopping and going into 2024. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I still want to try this or still want to try that. We're going to take the brush that had Mainframe. This shade. We're not adding more right now, but we're just going to tap right here. And so that's something I'm thinking about right now. Oh, that worked. That worked. Because I wanted to bring it up some and blend more. That really worked. Wow. So now we're going to do the under eye, which I really did mean to do this earlier. This is Sephora 12-hour retractable waterproof eyeliner in shimmer khaki green. The number is 14. So I feel, and not that I'm considering a no buy, and I talked about that in that other video, but it's like, what else could I want? But I want a bronzer that bronzes. And I think I do okay without a Haus Labs bronzer that bronzes, because the Haus Labs bronzers I have, like, they do work and they do look really nice on me. So it's not an issue of, oh gosh, like these suck. And I did think about returning Deep Level 9, and I said no, because it does work for me. And then I thought maybe exchange it for 11 or for 12. But it does work for me. As, you know, I can still use it as a bronzer. Even though it's rosy tone, so it's better suited as a blush. But it does look really nice on. And so I decided to just keep it. Because I know I will use it. Because I like the formula. I like the color. Actually, I love the formula. And I do really like the color. So this is what I meant to do earlier. Putting on the eyeliner. So now we're gonna blow this out, y'all. This reminds me, can I grab it super quick? No, yeah. This reminds me a little bit of a look that I did with Teresa's Lethal from Lethal Cosmetics. Because look at this color story. So you have like this, like that inner, and these don't have names. Oh, yes, they do. Oh my gosh, girl. The names are on here. This is TV dinner. But this reminds me of this one. Except this one is way more sparkly. And, you know, we have that green that we just kind of put up there. This is a matte, though. And what else? This is not quite the red. What am I looking at? Oh, this looks bright orange when I look over, but in here it's looking pink. So this could even substitute for like this right here. And even though this is way deeper than Willow, I mean, it's the similar vibe. I like it. I need to do more with this palette because I think I've only done maybe 3 looks with that one. Excuse me for my little detour there. So we're going to go back into the palette. We're going to use this thick brush because we're going to blow out and place at the same time. Another reason I like to do my inner rims before I start the video is because sometimes the pencil grazes my lashes, and every now and then like a lash will end up in my eye, and it was just a lash like right here on the waterline on that side, so that's what I was just removing. So I like to do all that ahead of time. But we're going to take Equinox. It is something in my eye. It's probably an eyelash. Damn it. Equinox, this shade here, this eye is going to start tearing. It is something in my eye. Excuse me if that freaked you out. And even with that liner on my inner rim is still there. It doesn't move. I really like those. So we're going to take Equinox. This shade was bright. Lethal, as much as I say I like them because they have grungy color stories, dark smoky, you know, shadows, you know, dark base, black base, multi-chromes and dual chromes. They also have fun shit like this too. And it's just like, wow. Like whatever you want to do, you can find it with Lethal. And this may not have been a good color to put next to that inner tear duct shade. I'm not sure about this because of how it's showing up over the green. Because it's coming down, even I wanted it to come down, it's just looking weird to me. It may be because it's such a contrast from the green, that liner that we put on. But we want to own it. I do like it though. It's definitely different. Wow. So that is it for the palette. I have something in my eye. We are going to take more of the green, and there's not a green in this palette. What we're going to do, we're going to take a small brush, this one, and we're going to take Nightshade. We could take this one. That might make more sense than Nightshade. We're going to take Nightshade because we're just doing a bunch of colors. And we're going to press this right up under the lash line. Willow may have made more sense because it was brown. It is wet right here. Shoot. I like this better. Let me start from the outside. This brush is wet from this inner corner being wet. Shoot. We are going to use one of the Lethal gel liners. Each mystery bag came with a gel liner, and both the shades are kind of similar. So I'm thinking of what to do with one of them. I like that a lot better. This side, for some reason, the yellow is down a whole lot further than over here. And I know I did it, but it's like, why? So we're bringing this down further. And it may be that backhanded thing. Yeah, this is looking, this is the brush that we use for relapse, that the shade up here. So we're just gonna kind of blend that out, because I'm not liking how this side is looking, how that gold came so far down, or how I put it so far down. I do like this right here is wet. This is wet, and the shadow is stuck there now because it's wet, like it's not blending or anything right there. I do like that better. I like that better. So I'm going to figure out, we're going to put on the deeper of the two liners. And so this is Phase, and this is like a burgundy-ish. And the other one is Decibel, which is more of a brown. And I have Paint Pot and Dip, Fluid Line, Max Fluid Line and Dip Down, which is a brown. So I really don't want to open this brown one. I have a purple Fluid Line, Macro Violet, but it's shimmer. So we're going to open this one because this is more different than the other one. I don't still have the box for these, but we're going to apply it, see if I like it. We're going to use our MAC 210 brush. I do have a lip picked out. I'm going to use one of the Lethal lips. So it does have a cap on it. So we're going to take that off, and this is what it looks like. So we're just using like all the colors. Another thing I like about Lethal is that it does motivate me to try new things. Like normally I wouldn't do. You know what? I would. I'm lying, because even when I used the Skewer palettes, I was doing some combinations. Like, what the heck is this? And this is going on really nice and smooth. Yeah, but typically I don't do looks like this because it's not dark, smoky, grungy. This is going on like really nicely. Like really, really nicely. Oop, I just put a blob right there, so let's smooth that out. This is nice. So I need to figure out what to do with the other one. It may pop up in the advent calendar, my perfect advent calendar, as an add-in. I do think people would use a brown over like this shade. This is pretty. And whoever wins, I will ask if they would use it, because I don't want to send it if they wouldn't. Because if they wouldn't, then I can send it to somebody who would. Or they may know, or if they wouldn't, they may know someone who would. I just don't want it to be wasted. And it did come in a mystery bag, so I didn't, pay full price for it. But I still just want stuff to have a happy home and be used. This is going on really nice. So even though it looks a little weird, and you can see like right here where it's separated from how it was poured in. And so I was kind of like, okay, is this dry, or is that just from when it was poured in? It's just from when it was poured in, because it is applying very well. It's applying creamy. It's going on nice. I'm not feeling any eye irritation, which is always a bonus in my book. We're going to leave that like that. Oh, this eye is tearing. Look at the shadow running down. You see it? Oh, and whatever I do, all it's going to do is just remove the makeup underneath it too. If I wipe off the shadow, it's going to remove like the foundation from under there. I think we got some of it off though. So what we're going to do for lips, I'm not really feeling either one of the lips that came, and we did use them both already. One being this one, because it's just isn't my shade. And that's a liquid lipstick, which is my jam. And this is the bullet lipstick. So we're going to wipe off some Tillamook, and we're going to line our lips. Or not, if I use the liquid lipstick. Yeah, let's still line them, because I did pull out Club Hopper. It's this Club Hopper Suede Matte Lip Liner. And so we're going to put this on and then put that liquid lipstick on. Because maybe that will help me like it. Because it is a lot lighter than I like for me. If you're new here, I like a dark lip. Preferably black. But there's times like now, so like, okay, let's do something different. Something more sensible. Something that other people may do. Yeah, can't do. Yeah, could do a black lip every day, but that would be boring. If that was the only aesthetic I liked, because I know people who are goth, I know people who are grunge. That's their look every day, black liner and black lipstick. But because I like more than one different type of aesthetic, I'm not just going to lock into a black lip every day. This is tearing. Look at that coming down. So we're going to, I don't want to do this. This is not, I don't think I'm going to keep this. This is my second time using this, and I'm like, But it goes with the eye look, though. It goes with that pink over there. That red, pink, whatever it is. So it does go with the look. My initial thought was to do a dark brown lip. And I'm wondering if I want to declutter some of my lippies. This ain't it. I'm not going to keep that. We're going to take Nima Tang's gloss because this does show up as a color on me. This eye is really tearing. Like, look how this is running down all into and down past my wrinkles. And then doing this isn't helping. Like, it's removing it, but it's also removing my foundation. So we're going to put this on. See, this is just too much. Because I don't like it. So then I try to fix it. I could have just put this on. Because this is kind of what it looks like on its own anyway. Because this is a gloss that has color. Some glosses just bring out one of the natural color pigments in my lip. This gloss is actually brown. So I could have just put this on. My only regret, no. I was going to say my only regret is trying the liquid lipstick. But it's not, because I like the formula, so I learned something. So if they have like some nice funky colors or something, or if they have a black and it's on sale, I would buy that. See, this I like better. But I'm not going to want to do 3 things for a lip look. You know what I mean? So this is what we have using the shades from the Lethal Mystery Bag mixed with Wildflower palette shades. And this is the look that we came up with. We did use Phase. This came in a mystery bag too. The eyeliner, very nice consistency. The PAO is only 6 months though. So I'm like, who's gonna use all this in 6 months? Unless you also use it as a shadow base. This we used, which came in a mystery bag too. And in this color, in case this is your type of color, is Breeze. The formula is really nice. It's very smooth. You saw it went on easy. It wasn't patchy. It wasn't sticky. It wasn't, goopy. It was a really nice consistency. And so I am glad that I tried it because I do like it. And when I wore the bullet lipstick, the formula is nice. This is true to how it showed up on me. And so I think I put on a brown lip liner and then I put this on and then I put probably this on top of it or something. And it did look nice, but that's just a lot of work for a shade that I wouldn't normally wear. But the formula of this is really nice. And so if you're interested in their bullet lipsticks and this is your type of shade, this shade is Quest. And so I understand they put these shades in here because most people would like these type of shades because they're neutral. But if you like dark like me, you're going to want a little more. So let me know what you think of this look. If you made it this far, thumbs up the video. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that. We have some really exciting things. There's going to be some changes. I talked about channel changes, or was that just a member exclusive video? I do members only videos, so that's one of the perks. and I talked about some things that we're going to be doing different for 2024, and I'm excited about it. And I thought about something else new, like just early this morning, or was it last night? I don't know. But I'm excited about this new year and what it's going to bring, to me for the channel. And yeah, I'm not going to continue babbling. There's a lot of information down below, so feel free to browse around. Most links are affiliated. I think all the links down there are affiliated. If you use them, I do appreciate it. I do receive a small commission. And if you don't, that's fine. Use somebody's link. I do have a couple codes, but most of the links are just affiliated links to the websites through the Shop My Store. But if the website is having a sale, if you go through my link, you'll still get the sale that the website is having. Which is different than a code, where if you put in the code, you get 10% off or 15% off. So that's the difference between codes and links. But if you do use the links, if the website is having a sale you want, I'd appreciate you using it. And if not, no worries. And what else? I think that's everything. Yeah, so let me know, would you do a look like this? I think it's nice. I think it's funky. It does remind me a little bit of the look I did with Teresa's Lethal palette, because that's a very fun, funky color palette too. Funky meaning good. And I'm really pleased at how that green and that red, let me know if that's pink or red or if it's a duochrome. But I'm really pleased at how they blended together. And I'm liking how I'm blending out my eyeshadow. We're really going to go. Thank you for being here. As always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.